Hey everybody, it's D Amazing here. Welcome to another review. This time is of the Mafex Wonder Woman from Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. So let's get started. Wonder Woman. Let's get our hands on with the figure. First and foremost, I will tell you this: I am let down by the face sculpt of the figure. You know, in the box, it's shown to look like Gal Gadot, and it was very promising, especially after what happened with Ben Affleck looking cool and actually looking like Henry Cavill. Even though the Superman was let down body-wise, it still looked like him. This one just seems to be one of those last minute, we just kind of let ourselves down with this one. And that seems to be Mafex's real issue outside of QC issues, is that paint apps just aren't there, and they fail to make it look like Gal Gadot. Face is not round enough as well either, but I'm pretty sure with the help of Monster Mash, I can make her look glorious as well. So the next issue I have, and I'm covering the issues first because it's just much easier this way. The figure tends to get a little wobbly when it's under too much heat. So if your room is hot or anything like that, just be aware your figure will get wobbly and weak. Real easy. I'm keeping my place warm because in New York it's cold as hell. So let's deal with that. In terms of articulation, Wonder Woman is actually really nice. It uses the pull down leg method. Tons of articulation to go up. It's double jointed. There's ankle pivot all the way. That rotates pretty much all the way around. You can get tons of like articulation. The problem is it doesn't have a toe pivot, but I'm actually okay with that considering she has on some sort of stiletto boot heel. And I don't know why they make women do that all the time. But next up, the arm rotates all the way around. There's actually a ball joint inside, and it does not pop out, which is really cool because that was an issue from before with the old Mafex Batman. So she's double jointed, wrist go up, rotation. The head is pretty much hindered by the hair, but it's still soft enough so that way you can move it and rotate it around, as you can see that I'm doing right now. So you can move it around, things like that. This is actually removable as well, but it actually is a ton of work, so I'm not even going to try to sit here and lie to you about it. The skirt, the lower torso is all movable as well. And as you can see here, they kind of sculpt the buttocks just in case, you know, you want to be pervy. But I will admit, and don't take this the wrong way, there's going to be paint rub with the issue right into where the buttocks is sculpted. But you shouldn't be paying too much attention to that anyway, so ignore that. As far as ab crunch, she goes this far forward, this far back. And like the all Mafex, it's really soft at the ball joint, so please be aware. You'll pop it if you put too much stress on it. Swivel side to side, back and forth. It's actually really good. Now, in terms of engineering, how the figure is built, it's actually done really, really well. The issue is that it just Mafex QC issues that it's too soft and wobbly. That's a Spider-Man, you know, the same issue with Spider-Man, same issue with Superman. Still a solid figure, but it falls apart because just it's too soft of a plastic. Now, in terms of accessories, let's get through with that. She does come with the lasso of truth, and this is the part where she holds it with two hands. So you get this one. That's what I'm going to show you. It's actually bendy, so you can do all sorts of stuff with it. I plan on showing you in pictures later. Then you get the lasso when it's wrapped as a side accessory. So that way you can place it at her side. And Diana can carry it. Really cool stuff. Next up, you get the shield, which I think is really cool, and it reflects what happened with the movie. And man, was it so difficult to make it through that movie. The handle's here, and this is this guard that goes up her arm. It actually slides on really easy and very well, even with the closed fist version. So it slides in really well. Now, the thing about this is you need to be careful on which hand you choose when attaching the shield, because there's two versions of the shield to hold. And here goes that issue about standing. There's open palms. You get two hands of this. Really cool and easy stuff. You get a sword holding hand because Diana does come with a sword. Now, the problem with this is that the fist is way too far closed. So I was debating on whether or not this be a shield holding hand or a sword holding hand. And I believe, in my heart of hearts, it can do both, because the fingers are still soft enough to open up and allow the sword hand to go in. And I like it better for this one. But it also does hold the lasso both in closed form and open form. So the sword hand is here. And there is one which is further opening up. You get two of each. So all her hands, you actually get two of each. And this one is to actually hold the shield, to hold the lasso. So as you can see here, you kind of just press with your thumb in, rotate around, and voila, holds the lasso. The same can be said with the other hand as it holds the shield. You rotate, cuff it in, holds it really well. Now, in terms of figures, like I said before, the big letdown for me was the fact that it has a Spider-Man issue with the wobbly legs and the face sculpt. Otherwise, engineering-wise, I will say it's a very solid figure. And considering we don't get a lot of female figures who can do what Wonder Woman does, it's a step in the right direction. Is it a perfect figure? No. But it's probably still the best Wonder Woman out. If you know any customizers or people that can repaint her face, give them a call, let them work on Wonder Woman, and I guarantee you this is still going to be a better figure than what most figures are out there for Wonder Woman. So my suggestion is actually go and get it. Put some extra work into it and you'll have a perfect figure. Also, for weak joints, what I do is I take some clear nail polish, add one little slab onto a joint, tighten it up with no issue. I usually don't have that problem with it eating through joints of plastic, even with the Mafex stuff. So that'll be something to help you along the way, and I hope it does help. If you don't feel like you're up for it to trust it, then don't, and it's fun. But like I said, if you really want the perfect Wonder Woman, buy this figure, put the extra work in to go get it, and I promise you, you'll like it. It will grow on you. In the meantime, if you don't like it, that's fine. But this is me signing out. You take it easy, guys. May your wallets be empty and your hearts be full. Later. One thing I did forget to cover in the review, I'm going to probably cut it in somewhere or cut it at the end. She comes to the stand like all Mafex figures. And most importantly, because I was so busy covering her, I forgot to show you how she looks in scale with both Batman and Superman. So let's cover that real fast. So she's actually shorter than them, but looks pretty well in comparison to them. Now you have the DC Trinity. Trinity, not trilogy. Wow, same thing. But in the meantime, like I said, guys, this is me signing out for a second time. May your hearts be full and wallets be empty again. You know? Later. Wonder Woman!